Hello and welcome to Monmouth in Focus, a program about the services and functions of Monmouth County government. I'm Cynthia Scott, your host for this segment of Monmouth in Focus. The Monmouth County Sheriff's Office of Emergency Management is rolling out a new program called STORM, which is aimed at assisting seniors in the event of an emergency or disaster. Joining me to talk about STORM is Monmouth County Sheriff Sean Golden, whose agency runs the Office of Emergency Management. Sheriff, thanks so much for joining us today.
Great to be here with you.
Sheriff, this is such an innovative program. Let's talk first about what STORM stands for.
So STORM, we came up with a clever acronym. Really, our Monmouth County OEM coordinator, Mike Opegard, who really is one of the outstanding, probably one of the better coordinators in the state, said, listen, we need to do something for senior education, particularly after the storms that we endured in Monmouth County. So he named it STORM, and it's seniors taking on readiness measures. And it's all about seniors taking on readiness measures, being prepared. So in the event of a storm or something else that may occur, they're ready and they have a plan, and they have all the information with them. So if we ask them to evacuate or move or do certain things, they're ready for it. So we're really excited about the STORM program. And we believe in the Sheriff's Office, Monmouth County Sheriff's Office, as you know, has led the way in the national picture in the Sheriff's Office when we did the ACES 911 for our seniors, and we had other programs taken nationally. And we feel this is one of those programs. It's just tremendous. It's a clever acronym. Really has been well received around the county when we've traveled through every senior center just about around the county during the storm season to really educate our seniors about the readiness and preparedness.
Yeah, Sheriff, we dealt with Hurricane Irene and we dealt with, obviously, Superstorm Sandy. The first time we had mandatory evacuations. And if it's one thing that I would imagine the Office of Emergency Management learned was that people are well informed, but they don't really have a plan.
Sure.
Is that how this came about?
That's how this came about. We go back and evaluate our response and our recovery after each one of those storms. And we also do after-action plans. And part of those after-action plans, both in Irene and Superstorm Sandy, were the fact that, listen, we evacuated large amounts of our residents along our coastline. We have 27 miles of coastline. We did over 75,000 citizens that we had to evacuate in those low-lying areas. And seniors are certainly part of that. And one of the things that we found that those vulnerable populations, the seniors and our disabled persons in the county, really have a difficult time because they have special needs. Maybe they have medications, maybe they have special medical conditions that need to be tended to, and so that poses some additional challenges for our public safety officials throughout the county. And so we thought having a program and right in our after-action report is better education for our vulnerable populations, and the seniors and the STORM program certainly is here to address that and get the word out about having a plan.
Absolutely. And basically, the Office of Emergency Management goes out to senior centers throughout the year now, educating the seniors about STORM. They're not just handing out these kits.
So I've been with Mike Opegard, our emergency management coordinator, at a lot of these senior centers around the county, and it's been so well received. Really, we've had packed rooms in terms of they really want the information, and they want to know how to develop that kit. And so Mike brings with him the forms, pamphlet form that the seniors need to fill out, and it has all that pertinent information. It's theirs to keep. We don't want to build a database. We don't want to have it. It's for them to have so that if an emergency arises, they can hand it to a public safety responder. All of the information about their special needs or medical conditions or medications are on there. Listen, when we were without power for 2 weeks after the storm, one of the problems that we encountered with the senior population is the medications. Pharmacies are closed because power's out. And so, how do we deliver additional meds, or do they need to have those available to them when we move them to the shelter, when we move them elsewhere out of the area? So those were all the questions that came up. And so this program really talks about education. They fill out the pamphlet so that they educate themselves on, and it gets them thinking about what do they need or what did they lack during that emergency, and also the family contacts and the medical contacts for their local pharmacy or physician. All of that is in the program. Once they fill that out, then we come back. I mean, Mike had worked very hard in securing us a grant for preparedness through the preparedness grants from FEMA that allowed us to purchase readiness kits so that we can deliver seniors kits off the grant. And so what they receive after they complete the plan is a actual readiness kit that you see in the stores.
Yep, absolutely.
And it has all those items listed. I mean, battery or crank radio. It has water. It has blankets. All of those things are listed in a really compact kit that they can carry with them.
Yep.
It's a ready-go kit, so they can carry with them. So not only will they have their information, but they'll also have all of those readiness items in the kit that are listed on ready.gov.
It's so important to have this kit. Before a storm, there's panic. People are rushing to the store. People are rushing to find a kit, to find the items, and sometimes there's not that much left.
There's always a run. There's always a run on the stores prior to the storm. And again, I think it comes down to when we really stress in our education, be informed, get involved, have a plan, and build a kit. And some of the kits are readily commercially available.
Right.
This is a program again that we had secured a grant for, and so as part of the reward for preparing that plan and that course of action on that pamphlet, it's rewarded with a readiness kit. We go back to those senior centers and we supply some of those kits that we talked about.
And obviously, Sheriff, the storm is geared toward the seniors, but it's important for everyone to have this plan.
It's applicable to everybody. We stress that. We did a lot of education post Hurricane Irene about this, and it's part of our educational program in the Sheriff's Office. We'll continue to stress family planning, that emergency contact information, where you can go. Should you be asked to evacuate? And everyone thinks storm. It's not even about that. I mean, you could have a fire locally. You can, we could have an accident with an overturned chemical, and we need to evacuate the area. So, we take that all hazards approach in emergency management. Certainly, that type of planning and preparedness is good for any of those, right? And as are the kits. So, we're going to continue our mission to educate our residents here in Monmouth County. Again, I think our residents really responded tremendously. To give you an idea, we had over 5,000 evacuees sheltered during Irene. We almost cut that number in half during Sandy, and we attributed that a lot toward the education. A lot of people learned their way through it during Irene, and kind of learned that hard lesson. Others said, let me take this and really look at preparedness. Yep.
Yeah, great point. Sheriff, thanks so much. What a great program, and the only one of its kind in New Jersey.
Yeah,
so
we're excited
really
for it, and we think it'll be a national model. So thank you.
Thanks so much, Sheriff. And that is all the time we have for this segment of Monmouth in Focus. For more information, you can go to www.visitmonmouth.com. I'm Cynthia Scott. Have a great day, everyone.